Ready to go.
Coach Clawson, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
How's your birthday been so far?
It's like it is every year. We're in the middle of training camp, and you know it's a good day of work. We had a good productive practice today.
Will you talk a little bit about, you mentioned a week ago that you were in kind of the second phase of camp, working on some things. Where do you stand in those phases right now?
Well, it's basically it's a bunch of items, almost an agenda or a checklist of situations that we want to hit 2, 3, 4 times before we start the season. So today we worked on overtime. We worked on the first possession of an overtime that the score is tied. We worked on the second possession of an overtime that the defense is up 3, the offense is down 3. And so we need to have those guys focus on what needs to be done. Obviously we want to score a touchdown, but unlike if you're down a touchdown, you can't take a sack, you can't force a play. Kicking a field goal either keeps you in the game or gives you a chance to win it. And we need to have our guys manage those situations, especially our quarterbacks.
Will you talk a little bit about injuries at this point in camp? We noticed, the big one I see is Dwayne Woods. Where do you stand injury-wise?
Again, we think we're going to have Dwayne practicing Friday. He was out for the scrimmage, and then he came back and practiced one of the practices, and he irritated his toe. And we're hoping we'll have him back Friday or Saturday. So, again, I think if we played a game today, Dwayne could have played. But sometimes you get these nagging injuries that the more you pound on them, the worse you get. And obviously, as we get in Idaho preparation, we want to make sure he's 100%.
Can you talk a little bit about your defensive backfield? We've talked about the idea that even though you have some guys coming back from last year, that there were no jobs guaranteed to them going forward.
No, it's. I'd say right now, Von McCoy, who we redshirted a year ago, is playing really well. And if we played today, he would probably start at the one corner position. And Aaron Foster, who played a little bit last year as a safety in nickel situations and dime situations, is probably in the lead for one of the safety jobs. The other safety job is neck and neck between Jovan Laycock and Rylan Ward. And Rylan was probably ahead in the spring. I think Jovan realized that if he didn't step up and really raise up his focus level and his level of play, and he has, and now it's a great situation. It's neck and neck, and those two are battling for that starting position. And then Adrian Spencer and Cam Truss are battling for the other starting corner position. And right now those are the battles, and that is good. That's healthy. We've got and we've got other guys pushing guys too, so that thing can change. We are young, with the exception of Jovan and Adrian, but the competition, I think, forces guys to show up every day and give us a great effort.
That was what I was going to ask you also. Young but talented is the way you've explained it to us, and that has to be heartening. You haven't been on the field a lot, but there's talent, and it's a matter of gaining that experience.
Yeah, but I think it's also important that we have young talent and we have depth. Because young talent alone is scary. Sometimes when young players are talented and they don't have to earn jobs and win jobs, they never become the player they could be if they get pushed every day. And that's what I've liked about our camp. For the first time, we have enough depth and enough talent that there's competition across the board, from quarterback to safety to corner to defensive tackle to defensive end to linebacker to tight end. And that forces guys to come out here every day and play hard and give a great effort, because if they don't show up and play hard, they're going to start losing the starting job. And it just has created a much more competitive environment for camp.